Welcome back, Yankee fans. This is episode 66 of the Chase for 28 podcast, Yankee Baseball. Are you ready for it? My name is Chris, and I'm joined by the podcast paisano, AJ. What's going on?
Are we ready for it? I've been ready since April, but it's not like real.
No, this is
real?
the new Yankee Baseball.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what this is.
Are you ready for it?
Are they sellers? Is that like?
No, it's the that's the Taylor Swift song.
I don't know Taylor Swift. Sorry, gotta be honest with you.
Oh, neither do I. But Anthony Rizzo seems to like Taylor Swift, and good things happen.
Yeah, good thing happens when you go 4 for 4. Thanks, Taylor. Tay. TT. What's her name? I don't know.
Taylor Swift. Rizzo, a Swiftie.
Does she go by Tay?
Not to you or me.
No, I couldn't even tell you.
But
good for Rizzo.
I have no idea. Yeah. So Yankee Baseball. AJ, we are a few days away from the 2023 trade deadline. This team is coming off a sweep of the
AAA Royals,
the Yankee 4A team back in the day.
Nice.
The Kansas City Royals came to town, and the Yankees swept them out of the ballpark.
All right. Did something they're supposed to do.
Yes. Maybe this is a sign of things to come where in the first half they didn't do what they needed to do against teams they were supposed to do things against.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're doing things against the
Look
Royals.
At us. Yes, losing to the Rockies, the Angels, and beating the Royals.
I believe their record over those series is like 7-17.
Oh, that's awful.
It is awful.
Oh, God.
All right. So this team currently, AJ, is 53-47.
All right.
For the, I don't know, 8th or 9th consecutive episode, they are in 4th place in the AL East. 9 back behind, that's right, our preseason prediction, the Baltimore Orioles.
Well, look, we didn't see the Rays were going to be in first place, so we're doing okay.
You know what? Anybody who thought the Rays were going to play at that level of baseball didn't pay attention to the Yankees last year, who were playing a very high level of baseball, and then basically from the All-Star break through the end of the season, we're a 500 team.
Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable.
And really, I'm going to buy into what I see and hear on the radio and see on social media. I want to thank WFAN's Evan Roberts because the Rays are about a 500 baseball team since he went national accusing the Rays of being cheaters because of the start they got out to. So,
because they played like teams with like one win.
Yes. And, they were just beating everybody. So he called them out and said, are they doing something? And so thank you to Evan Roberts.
Good for him.
Turning the Yankee season around. But
look at you, Evan Roberts. Not even, is he a Yankee fan or is he a Met fan?
He's a big old Met fan.
Okay. So thanks for helping us out.
Yes. All right. So AJ, we got a couple things.
A lot of things
in the news here.
Yeah.
They were more relevant if we recorded a couple days ago, but I'll still bring them up now. So it's still all good. Trevino out for the season. He's having wrist surgery.
Yes. He's had a problem since spring training. That's always a good thing.
Yeah. What is up with the Yankee medical staff?
He's got a wrist tear, but you know what, everybody? He's going to be great. It'll be a wrist that he catches.
Yeah. So they called up Ben Rortvedt. So he's up. And the big promotion in the catching ranks, Austin Wells. Promoted to AAA Scranton.
Here he comes. I mean, apparently the guy is a professional hitter. He just can't catch a baseball.
Could he be any worse than Gary Sanchez behind the plate?
Good call.
I'm just going to say it. There you go. Let's see. Yesterday, some of you might have been watching the Yankee game on Yes, and maybe you catch a little bit of the Yankee pregame show on Yes. They do a great studio show, great baseball minds. But I think something that set the Yes ratings afire before the game was the live broadcasting of Jonathan Loaisiga pitching to Aaron Judge in a simulated game. And let's report exactly what Judge did. He faced 16 pitches, put no balls in play, and fouled off 4 of them.
I heard it was 5.
Oh, 4, 5. They had Angel Hernandez behind the plate. He couldn't see anything.
What are you? 16 pitches, you hit 5 of them? Whose bad is that? Is that Judge's bad or is that Loaisiga's bad?
Well, you got to figure Judge wasn't in there facing a batting practice pitcher who was just
Yeah.
laying them in there for
Right,
home
no.
runs.
16 pitches. That's a lot. Like really strikes. I wonder how many strikes, how many were balls. Do you have that number on you?
I do not have any
Yeah,
data
no,
on
I didn't
it,
hear that
but
either. I know.
I'm going to err on the side of good for Johnny Lasagna. We could certainly use his arm out of the bullpen if he can go up against MVPs like Judge.
Apparently, he was very nervous because he pitches inside and he didn't want to hit Judge,
Oh.
which
Well,
makes plenty of sense.
again, I don't have the data on it, but I
No, it's
saw.
all
I
good.
didn't watch it live. I'm not. I mean, I don't.
I
wanna
didn't watch
say-
the live either. I watched the replay.
Yeah, so got the highlights of that. But
It's,
hey,
it's a
things are
step
coming.
forward. August 1st, I still say.
Yeah. But will August 1st be too late?
I mean, I don't know. They're playing the Mets this week, so
That's true. They have the Met series tomorrow and Wednesday,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday,
And they're
Wednesday.
off because we only play like 4 games a week.
There you go.
apparently.
And then they're off on Thursday.
Thursday.
And
They
then they,
play
have
on
a
Friday.
3-game series
Look
with
at
the
that.
Orioles.
Woo! Now's a good time for that one.
Yeah.
Told you that team is good, man.
They're doing
I
something
told
right.
you last year that team is good.
Yeah.
I wonder who they're going to get as their next starting pitcher. But we're not here for the Orioles. Sorry. Just
We are not.
my baseball mind is
We are
going.
not. But really, I mean, the Orioles season really took off once they added Aaron Hicks.
You're actually right.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Wow. It's amazing. Sorry. All right. Let's talk Yankees. Let's go.
Okay, so this is a Yankee thing that's kind of been out there for a couple weeks, but I forgot to bring it up in our last episode, number
Because we're
65.
trying to ignore it as best as possible.
So you know what I'm going to talk about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, what am I going to talk about there?
You're going to talk about their new patch.
Their stupid freaking patch.
So you like it?
Star Insurance. I do not like it. I do not like that patch. Sam
That patch is single-handedly going to get them Ohtani.
Really?
That's what everybody keeps saying. It's an investment. It's an investment. Stop it.
I noticed that. I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
No, just leave it alone.
Here's what I did think was a little creative. Depending on if a Yankee bats right-handed or left-handed, that determines which
Is that
sleeve the
why?
patch is on. Yes.
I thought they screwed up.
On some players and not for others.
Yes. What do you do if you switch it? Do they have
Velcro.
do they have 2 different jerseys?
I
Velcro?
thought about that myself. It is.
Well, they don't have Hicks anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And you would think that the pitchers would have it on their non-throw on their throwing arm because that's the one that faces the camera in center field.
Interesting. I really thought this one through, didn't they?
I don't know. They took
No
the
one
money.
cares. Yeah,
But again,
that's
I'm
it.
just going to say, just so I know I put it out into the ether, the Yankees have the ability to print money hand over fist, and I don't think they needed to do this.
I know.
I know
but-
we're going to get a City Connect jersey shoved down our throats
Oh,
next
I
year.
can't wait though. That'd be
You
great.
can't wait.
I actually want to see because I'm very curious what it would look like. I'm very curious. Aren't you curious what a City Connect jersey would look like? Like it's not going to be yellow. They're not going to pull that off. It's not going to be anything like what the other guys did. But I'm very curious how creative Nike will be for the authentic Yankee jersey.
I don't know. AJ.
You know the biggest problem?
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna have to buy 2 of them
Why?
because I know the boys just want it. Ryan's been asking for months.
Get him
He's
the
like, "What are the
t-shirt
Yankees doing?"
version. Just get him the t-shirt or
Nah,
sweatshirt version.
This might actually be like, I'll get you a City Connect jersey if it's fly. Remember the black jersey they had with the players
Yeah.
weekend?
Awful.
Yeah, that was bad. That wasn't a good one. So
Awful.
hopefully City Connect would be
And
like,
you know what made that
but like-
jersey more awful was that they were playing the Dodgers in LA,
yeah, in LA, right?
and they looked like 2 softball teams. Anyway,
Some of these City Connect jerseys I'm really fond of.
you know what? Then it better have Babe Ruth's face on the front.
Oh God, no!
I don't know.
You have to have like the city, like the skyline. That's
No,
gonna be-
no, I
that's
do
gonna
not
be
want a
so dope.
skyline.
It's gonna be so dope.
It is not AJ. It's you got like a 60-40 chance of this being decent. Because if you
Oh,
look at all the other City
60-40.
Connects, some of them are not good,
Some of them are great though.
but a lot of them are not.
I don't know. It depends how you look at it. Milwaukee City Connect is fly.
The Brew Crew, yes, that's good.
Seattle is awesome.
Seattle's is good.
Pittsburgh is gorgeous. Cincinnati's is a little bit lame. Nice
A little
colors.
lame.
In my,
I
in
like
my
the
opinion.
Diamondbacks one.
Diamondbacks is good. Los Serpientes.
Yes, I think that's
I
good.
like it. I like it. I like the Angels. The Angels City Connect is great.
The Angels is good. The Giants I do not like.
Oh, you don't like that smoke?
I don't like that.
Oh, I think that's cool.
No.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be Statue of Liberty. It's gonna be like green.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just picturing it.
Don't stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop. You got like
sorry.
Statue of Liberty green on your polo shirt. That
I
you
do.
were-
I like that, right? I had a little golf today.
Was that members only? No.
No, this is a Schlesinger.
Say that again.
Schlesinger?
One too many scotches on the course, my friend.
Yeah, I wish.
Uh,
It's only 9 holes. Quick.
yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Okay.
keep going. So,
Uh,
New Jersey's,
New Jersey's.
new
of course.
badge.
Don't like the patch.
I know you don't.
Um,
Look, but can we just say something?
go
I
ahead.
was watching the Braves game the other day. Would you rather
Yeah.
have it say Star Insurance or Quick Crete?
Quikrete? At least I've heard of Quikrete. I have never heard of Star Insurance.
Yeah, but they probably got
And
more
I
money.
immediately
They
thought
probably
of
got more
Kenneth
money.
Starr from the Bill Clinton
They
trial.
probably got more money from Star Insurance, though. So take that
Yeah.
investment and go get some new players.
Yeah.
Trade deadline's coming there, Brian Cashman.
I heard something today that are we going to be sold like basically this is like the did we sell the cow for some magic beans trade deadline theory.
Okay.
That they're not going to it'll be like super minor moves
Mhm.
and Brian Cashman is going to sell us on the return of Judge and Loizaga.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Okay. We'll get to a little
Yep.
move on here and some other things that we're looking at.
I don't like that one.
I have a note on here, the Billy McKinney story. You're
Story?
familiar with Bill McKinney, right?
I've heard of him.
All right. While I'm pulling something up, talking about Billy McKinney's weekend and his return to the Bronx.
On his weekend, he started with a home run on Friday. He made some nice defensive plays as he was playing the outfield for the Yankees this weekend. I don't believe he had many other hits besides that home run, but Billy McKinney is a guy who we heard many years ago, left us, went to Toronto, went to the Mets, went somewhere else. I can't remember where, and now he's back, and he's actually like a good, decent player.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit more about Billy McKinney.
Sure.
All right. So he was drafted in 2013, which I am going to go back to. He came up with Toronto in 2018, and then in 2018 he was with Toronto, the Yankees, and then he was back in Toronto. Then in 2019 and 2020 he spent time with the Blue Jays. Then he went to I don't even know what that says. What team is that? It's got to be a typo on Baseball Reference.
Oh,
I don't know.
what does that?
Milwaukee, the Mets, the Dodgers, Oakland. Now he's back with the Yankees.
That's a lot of teams. I didn't think he went that many teams.
Yeah. So he's been in the league 6 years. He's played 295 games. He's never played more than 84 games in a season.
Okay, half season.
All right. Okay. So real quick, he was drafted in 2013.
Right.
All right. Are you familiar with the 2013 draft class?
I believe Aaron Judge was drafted that year.
He was. All right. Here's your number 2 overall draft pick, 2013, Chris Bryant.
Heard of him.
Heard of him. Number 5 overall, Clint Frazier.
Oh yeah. Wow, 5 overall. What a bust.
Okay.
Jackson. His name is Jackson.
Let's see. Number 11 overall, Dom Smith.
Oh, that was a bust.
Okay. Number 13 overall, Hunter Renfroe.
Heard of him. Still playing.
Number 16 overall, J.P. Crawford.
Oh, very good shortstop.
Number 17 overall, Tim Anderson.
Mm.
Let's see. Number 24 overall, Billy McKinney.
24 overall
Yup.
to the Yankees.
No, to the A's.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Wow. Number 32 overall.
Number 32 overall, Aaron Judge.
Yep.
Also in that first round, you got Sean Manaea. Yeah.
Sucks.
So this is a very good draft class. A lot
Yeah.
of bats in this draft
Yeah.
class, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he was thought of very highly touted prospect,
Yeah.
big time stick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to think that maybe that stick is coming to life. So I'm enjoying watching Billy McKinney this year.
Absolutely.
That's all I had to share.
Oh yeah, no, it's good to see him. No, it's good to see a young player who was so highly drafted, do something productive, and not just kind of like let his time go.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to see that. It's good to see that.
And actually, you know what? I'm going to throw this in here. I don't know if Harrison Bader is the long-term solution in center field.
Yeah, that
There's 2 words that are starting to come to mind.
injury prone.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
And-
unfortunate because I really do like him a lot.
I think he's got the high energy, right? A little bit of pop in his bat. Nothing to get too excited about. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Oh, right, of course.
I think the Harrison Bader we saw in the playoffs last year, that was a flash in the pan kind of thing, right? But I think he plays a good center field. But I am now concerned with the injuries.
Yeah.
And, maybe the bigger target in that deal with the Cardinals was the pitcher.
Getting rid of Montgomery?
No, getting Beater.
Oh, just overall. Because
Overall, I think that might have been the primary target. Harrison Bader was nice. Again, they got him and he was injured.
Yeah.
Right? So hoping he would come back and not have Aaron Judge have to play center field last season. So that kind of worked out as you got into the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think they have ever now really been looking at him as the long-term solution.
I guess not. I mean, you still got him for another year, so you see what he does and hope for the best. But the injuries are stacking up, and you're kind of curious if he's going to play tomorrow, Tuesday, or what's going to happen because he's got something else now. A nagging. Was it after getting hit by a pitch? That it was.
I thought it was him diving in the outfield.
Oh, diving in the outfield. Sorry, I couldn't remember if it was hit by a pitch because he got hit by a pitch last week, right? And he was out for a game or something. So I don't know. Who's the answer in center field? It's going to have to be one of the Utes.
Could they move him? Could Harrison Bader be movable?
I don't think so. I don't think he's a guy that everybody's going to kind of because they all know the story. Why would the Yankees get rid of him? Because he's injury prone. Maybe you get something small in return, but you're not going to get a big return for him.
That wouldn't be a 1-for-1 deal. It's like he's part of a deal.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. So that was that kind of came to mind.
Yeah. No, it's something to think about for sure.
Here's another question I had.
What you got?
And this is not an original question to me, but we've talked about the Yankee bullpen as a highlight this year. But my question is the Yankee bullpen a mirage?
I think they're just getting tired. I think they're being used and abused. They don't have the right arms right now. I think they're exposed for sure. And you got to hope that the starters can kind of go and eat some innings going forward because that bullpen is getting weak and weaker by the day because they're being used too much because you can only rely on a couple of guys. You can't rely on the whole bullpen.
Loaizaga needs to come back.
He'll be back soon.
I really, as I look at the Yankee bullpen, I really wish Clay Holmes never got hurt last year.
Right. Could have been a totally different guy.
Yeah.
Because when you come in now, you don't trust him at all.
I wish Michael King never got hurt last year.
Right. He still looks good.
He had a little rough patch.
Well, he's got a couple of bad outings.
That's my bad. Relievers, that can happen.
That's going to happen. Right. You what do? You pitch one inning?
Yeah.
I love they throw out these like scoreless streaks. Like great, it's fantastic. But at the same point, like the whole thing with the relievers is you're going to put them in a bad situation, and they can't always be perfect. Even Mo had a bad game here or there. It's
not a video game.
Right. Right.
All right, AJ, I got another hypothetical Ohtani deal for you.
Oh, here we go. I don't like this one that you proposed.
This is not my idea.
I find
things on the internet. I copy and paste.
Yep.
From Brian Hoke. This was from an article. I think it went through 9 or 7 teams in Major League Baseball and what they could potentially offer the Angels. So this is I think this is Hoke, what he came up with for the Yankees. So the Yankees get Ohtani, and the Angels would get Dominguez, Peraza, Schmidt, and Sweeney. That would be your Yankees' number 1 prospect,
right?
And Trey Sweeney, the number 5 prospect.
Yep. Peraza, we know is
with Peraza
solid.
And Schmidt.
I don't know because I keep looking at this and I just don't think he belongs here after the year. I know great to have, and I know it's probably wrong of me to say, but I just don't see like.
I agree with you.
A need going forward to get rid of all of these guys, especially a guy like Dominguez, who you think really could be the future.
Yes. Shout out to the podcast Padre as we're recording this. He's going to Somerset tomorrow.
Sweet.
The Patriots have a 12:05 game, so he's going to go check out The Martian.
Woo.
Maybe he'll send in a voicemail for the next episode. With
I want a full scouting report.
Yeah, so you don't like that deal. I don't like that. I don't want him.
I mean,
Juan Soto.
You can't say like I don't want him.
No,
because
I
like
don't.
If you got him for this year, That'd be awesome. But like, I don't think we need him going forward. I think it's more of a problem than anything else. And I know you said, you got to, put Stanton in a mix like that, but it's not going to work.
Aaron Judge is not okay. They need the DH spot. If they,
Right.
I'll be honest.
Right.
It
You're not
appears that they
moving
are
Judge
rushing
to
Aaron
first
Judge
base.
back. No.
Yeah,
I think this year,
no.
I do not think Judge is going to come back and be 100% next week.
No, of course not.
So they need to have that DH spot open that hopefully he can
Right.
hit and just run the bases.
Right. And that was my argument last
I
time.
don't need him
That's-
running and flying and diving all around the
Exactly.
outfield.
And the same thing with Stanton. We don't need Stanton in the outfield, period. Like, how mighty he has fallen. He was so good. And I try to tell the boys how good he was in Miami. And like,
So
watching him
good.
running on bases yesterday, looked like he had a piano on his back. The dude was a speed. he was a 5-tool athlete 5 years ago. What happened?
I don't even, I did look at this. He does not have a stolen base this year.
Well, I mean, like,
In an era where
he's hardly on
you
base.
got to draw a
I get
couple of
that.
throws, you got the bigger bases,
Then
zero
people
stolen
know
bases.
he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere.
And somebody
just
on Twitter
amazing
was
to
fighting
me.
with me about him having a no trade clause, and I'm like, yeah, that just means he's untradeable. It just means he has to say yes.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to say yes unless you're sending him to the Dodgers. Because he's going to want to be with the winner, and he's going to be home. So I don't know.
They got to find a way to move him.
There's no movement. There's not. Told you the only movement would be to a young team that is looking for a veteran presence to do something.
Send him to Baltimore.
No, they're actually good. They're smart. They're not going to do that.
Send him to Oakland.
No, he'd be good at like.
And he'd go be the king of Vegas.
No, he'd be good at like the Diamondbacks or Pittsburgh or something like that.
He wouldn't be good on the Diamondbacks. That ballpark is huge.
Yeah, but put the ball in play. It's going to go.
It's true. Did you see? Okay, so we trashed him a little. Did you see the rocket he smoked yesterday? That was like a line drive base hit.
Yeah, I saw that in the first inning.
The sound on that ball
Yeah.
was louder than Torres's home run, which is just
Yeah.
a few pitches before that.
Yeah, and Torres' home run looked like just a pop up. I was like, oh, it's a pop up. It just kept going. His was like a rocket, like 119 miles per hour. And he had another one too later in the game. It just like the third baseman was like, oh, there's a ball in my face. I'll catch that. Thank you.
Now, here's something I immediately noticed when Stanton came to the plate yesterday. His batting stance is different.
Oh,
I don't know if you have seen this. He was not, again, he typically, if you were going to describe it, he's just standing upright, very tall, very rigid, and just this very choppy swing, can't reach the outside corner, a la Ruben Sierra. But yesterday, bend in the knee, looked like he was closer to the plate, looked like he could reach an outside pitch. He looked like he was there to hit. Now, I don't know if that's entirely Sean Casey.
I mean, possibly.
Possibly. I also thought that Rizzo's approach at the plate, yes, 4 for 4, home run,
4 for 4,
but
home
even
run.
his stance looked a little different as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take time. I mean, Sean Casey's not going to come in the day after the All-Star break. Be like, great, everybody, let's start hitting the ball. Like we said that. Give the guy a couple of games. Like,
Right.
Granted, say it again. You're playing the AAA Royals, so now you wait to see when you get to the real teams. Let's see how they play the next 2 games against the Mets and how they go into Baltimore.
I don't even care about
And-
the Mets, honestly.
No. I'm not talking about winning. I'm just like, it's how they play, because they're going to play. They're going to go up against Verlander and Scherzer.
Oh, boy.
I know they're like 60 years old, but still, like they can still bring it, and it's still a mental thing for our young guys.
That's true. But, you say that. It seems like the young guys on other teams, they just go out there and play loosey-goosey,
It's so
smack
weird,
the crap
isn't it?
out of the ball.
I
You
know.
got pitchers that can barely drink alcohol, and they're striking out 10, 12 Yankees a game, pitching the games of their lives.
Oh,
Before yesterday's game, I was seeing on Twitter, oh, here comes this Lyles guy. He's got like a horrendous record. He's got like 1 win on the year. The team has
Yeah.
lost like 9 consecutive starts when he pitches.
right.
Right? And the Yankees and it was like, all right, he'll go out and strike out 10, 11 Yankees and go 7 shutout innings.
Luckily, they attacked him early because they didn't really do much later in the game.
Oh, boy, did they attack him early.
Yeah.
Yes.
That first inning was beautiful to watch.
Yes. That's Yankee baseball.
That's what you should do.
Yes.
You should do any game. Just go out there and swing. I tell it to my team all the time.
Yes. All right. So, little player spotlight here. I don't. Gleyber Torres' number should be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
He is currently in the last week. He is 9 for 27,
So
333.
hot right now.
Yankees' best hitter right now. Tradable.
So hot right now.
Fi-
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I said the same thing. I was like, is he good because he's good, or is he good because they're gonna get ready to trade him now?
Trade him.
That's what I think.
Trade him.
I know.
Trade him.
I know.
Come at me.
They
Trade
won't.
him.
They love him.
Trade him. 5 runs, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a walk. And Clark Schmidt is 2-0 with 11 2/3 innings pitched in his last 2 games. 2 wins for the Yankees. Life is good. Trade Gleyber. Upcoming schedule.
Last five games, Gleyber is 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 2 strikeouts. Just want to
Okay.
add that to the mix.
Trade him.
Yeah. No.
Get something back.
Psh,
His value
With
is
you.
high.
with you.
Send him to San Diego.
San Diego.
Let's go get us a left fielder.
And a catcher. Bring back Gary Sanchez.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? All right. As we start to wrap up this episode, we've got the upcoming schedule. We've got 2 games against the Mets tomorrow and Wednesday,
One thing.
and then the big series against Baltimore. AJ, will there be any trades made before they go to Baltimore?
I guess not.
Or are we more likely to see a trade sometime over that weekend?
Yeah, probably that weekend. Hey, the one thing we didn't have in our show notes today. Little I'm gonna send some love to Oswaldo Cabrera.
Go on.
He's gone. They dropped him again. Send him back down to AAA.
Oh,
I
but
just-
Peraza's still up.
Yeah, Cabrera though. Like I like Cabrera.
I
Poor
like him
kid.
too. But
Just send down
he's
again.
not an outfielder, and he's not really hitting.
Yeah, but he's Cabrera, and I still like him.
Cool.
Sorry.
Maybe they
I
could
just
bring
want to
up
send my, I just want
Florial.
to send my love to Cabrera.
Much love
But-
to Oswaldo.
But the question is, will there be a trade? No, there'll be no trade before Baltimore, as I thought there might be.
Okay. Do you have any trivia question, which we didn't do at the beginning?
I do not have a
Anything you wanna
trivia
try
question.
and throw in?
Sorry.
All right.
I
No
do not
trivia
have one.
question
I was not prepared.
today. That's okay. Well, I guess maybe we'll do an episode while they're in Baltimore.
Yeah, we can do that, especially if
Much
there's a trade.
love- Yeah, especially if there's a trade. We'll have it covered here with our opinions and all those good things. If you got opinions, we're approaching the deadline. We want to hear from you. Email us, feedback@chasefor28.com. And feel free to connect with us on Twitter. We are at chasefor28pod. And the next voicemail will be our first voicemail. So if you want to send in a voicemail, go to chasefor28.com/voicemail. I'm just going to say, I love the people who listen. Okay, we know a few of you personally. But if you're listening and we don't know you, send us a voicemail. Let us know what's up. Give us a hot take.
Say what's up.
Say what's up.
Or just send us a tweet. Just let us know you're listening.
Yeah. I started to try and make some Twitter friends with people.
That's all.
Hey,
That's
check
all.
out our show. I'm working the angles there.
Yeah, that's all.
I think that'll do it for this episode.
That's it.
That's it.
We'll be
Chase
back
for
after the
28.
weekend.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed the show. We love hearing from you. Again, Twitter, voicemail, the whole thing. AJ, there's a
Yo.
couple ways people can support the show and show us a little love. What are they able to do?
Yeah, there are. I'm going to tell you 3 ways. First and foremost, tell a fellow Yankee fan about the podcast because your word of mouth goes a long way to help us reach new listeners. Number 2, become a legend by visiting chafes28.com/legend and donate to the show if you wouldn't mind. And finally, if you want to show off your love for the Yankees and the Chase 28 podcast, visit chafes28.com/merch and get your hands on some cool merch, new stuff coming.
By the way, that link has been revamped. So if you go to that chasefor28.com/merch, you will see a page with all of the different shirts that you can purchase, some about the podcast, some of our favorite player shirts. And that goes a long way to help the show. And of course, before we go, we want to remind you to check out SeatGeek, the easiest way to buy tickets for sports, concerts, and more. Visit chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use our code CHASEFOR28 at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. Want to thank you for listening, and we will see you next time on the Chase for 28.
Let's go Yankees.
That's right, Yankees, let's go!
Let's go.